Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to my Thursday Q&A. I just had a huge swig of kombucha. I love this stuff. So, last week I said that the comments that get the most thumbs up, I'll read first. So, I'm doing that. But next week, we're not going to do that again. A few people said they couldn't do it from their phones. I didn't even think about that when I didn't come up with the idea. My friend did, my assistant. But, also, it's more work. So, yeah, just not going to do it again. But, yeah, we'll leave it at that. Prius Cowboy, are you making room for the diaper bag and the car seats? Hell no. Neither of us want kids.
No kids.
No kids. Not for us. Dragon Raptor, hi, my friend. I wanted to ask if you, at some point or another, are planning to have a Big 13 sticker put on the side of your van. Nah, I thought about it for a little while, but it would just stick out way too much, man. I don't want to do that. It would just stick out way too much. Yeah. Not gonna do it. Jason Relaxation, would you ever come to the Canadian side of Niagara Falls, where a boat takes you under the falls? That sounds sick to me. I'd definitely like to try that. Gabriel Garcia, where do you buy your nasty ass vegan food? The same place I take your mom every Saturday night. Psychedelic. Hey, Jed and Evie, enjoy the waterfall, folks. Oregon looks good, so a question, what are your overall views on drones for video and photos? Are they overrated? Are they something you could see in the future of your channel? I'll go backwards, kinda. Yeah, she's actually buying a drone soon that I'll be able to use for this channel, and, too many fairy lights in here, So, yeah, there will be one in the future of this channel, absolutely. And your second question was, are they overrated? Not at all. I don't think so. And your first question was, what are your overall views on drones for photos and videos? For photos, I don't know. I haven't even looked into that aspect yet. I don't know how good they are for stills. For videos, I think that they're overused and underutilized. And by that, I mean, when you see like a minute straight, or like even 30 seconds is too long, of just a drone flying with some music behind it, unless it's like the most epic thing in the world and it's absolutely like has to be part of the story for the story to work, it's just too much. It's kind of boring. It's not human and familiar. But I think they're way underutilized in that you can use them as a slider to get some really cool like slow-mo shots. And you can use them as a crane to get some like shots of like coming down. And the new ones like the Mavic Pro, they have like these crazy modes where they'll follow you. So imagine like me driving down the road, and as it like transitions into a scene where the drone is actually following the van, or I get out of the van and it's following me, or I get a motorcycle and it's following me on a motorcycle in some badass place. Like, you can do some insanely sweet stuff with drones. And I don't see much of that done by anyone, really. Austin Augie does some pretty cool stuff with his drone. He does a lot of those follow shots, and he does some like crane-type shots. I've never seen anybody do the slider ones in vlogs. Even Casey Neistat, a lot of his drone shots were just flying up above. You know what I mean? He did some cool slider stuff with it, though, I think. Did he?
I don't know.
I don't know. He's done some cool stuff, but he keeps it minimal. He doesn't fly the drone for 3 minutes straight, and just put some music behind it and call it engaging. You know what I mean? He did it tastefully. So, yeah, I think it's not done tastefully nearly enough, and it's not utilized to its fullest potential by very many people at all. Not that I'm gonna be some expert filmmaker with it as soon as I get it. Obviously, it's gonna take a lot of practice, but yeah, that's really my opinion on that. I really look forward to getting one and learning how to utilize it try to get to its fullest potential. Really find the limits of the machine and my creativity. I don't think there is a limit to creativity, though. I don't think it ever ends. I think it's something that, like, the more you feed it, like, the more you practice it, the more it comes, kind of thing. I think it's an infinite deal. Alan Eaton, how did you come up with the name Into the Mystery 13, and what significance does the 13 have? Okay, I've answered this one in a few Q&As now, so I was really hesitant to answer this one and this one. I was gonna say check out the frequently asked questions on my website instead, but it looks like I haven't done that yet. So, this is the last time I will answer this question in a Q&A. And for future reference, it will be in the frequently asked questions section on my website, which there are quite a few questions on there already. including all the ones about pot. I get a lot of questions about pot for some reason. So Into the Mystery 13, and this might be slightly different from the way I've answered it previously because it's been a long time and memories are moldable. They change as you grow. Our memories are incredibly unreliable. So don't call me a liar if I say it a little bit differently than I have before. But I was looking for a name, and I think I came up with the name before I even came up with the channel. I don't remember anymore though. But Into the Mystery, it just like popped into my head, and I was like, oh my god, that's such a cool name. I should use that. And basically, I came up with a meaning for it after I came up with the name. So the meaning Into the Mystery is like being, for one, it's like being in the mystery is like being purely in the moment, and it's impossible to know like what's going on like in reality. Like it's impossible to know with absolute certainty what's going on. There is no concreteness. But when there's this like state you can get into when you meditate long enough where you're just allowing and not questioning and labeling. You're just allowing what is to be, and that's I call that being in the mystery and being in the wonder. Like when I go out into really surreal places, not all the time, but most of the time, I'm able to tap into that zone, and it's this like exciting, wonderful state of mind that's like, oh wow, this is so amazing. I can't believe I'm alive right now. Like this is so beautiful, and it's just that feeling. So that's part of it. The other part of being into the mystery is like doing something you didn't know you could do and stretching beyond your comfort zone and stretching your limits out like so far that you had no idea you were even capable of doing that. Like the first time I went out on my motorcycle, I'd only been to Oregon, Washington, and Montana, and in a car. I'd never traveled by myself. I'd never even been on a road trip by myself, but I took my motorcycle and tried to go to New Orleans. I didn't make it. I had to come back and get a van to try again. But yeah, it was kind of like stretching yourself beyond your comfort zone, So that was kind of the combo. And the 13, the Into the Mystery was already a channel. It was already taken. I didn't want to run into some copyright claims later on. So I was like, okay, how can I modify this to make it my own where nobody else is, like there's no chance nobody else has this. So I was leaving on Friday the 13th on my motorcycle trip, which was kind of like a slap in the face to like superstition and outside forces kind of telling me how I should live my life and what I should do, and saying like, screw you, dude, I'm going to forge my own fate. I'm going to live life on my terms and do it the way I want to do it. And so that's kind of where the 13 comes in. And so, yeah, I guess that's basically it. Next question comes from Tyson Capel. Do you ever plan on adding an enduro or dirt bike to your setup so you can do some off-road exploration? Abso-freaking-lutely, dude. Yes, I've been wanting that for ever since I sold my motorcycle. I was like, I'm getting another motorcycle, and it's gonna be an enduro, so I can take it off-road all I want. And the ideal bike for me is the WR250. Just reasons that I don't feel the need to list right now, but it's the ideal bike for me. She wants to learn to ride though. She's never ridden, so we might end up getting her like a 125, like a YZ125 or Cowie or Honda or whatever. Get me a 250 and just have dirt bikes though, or we might both get WR250s someday. Who knows, man. But yes, bike is definitely in my future, and it sounds like she wants one too. So that's pretty sick. Pretty sick. We got Lisa Millard. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your last name correctly. I'm not sure if it's Millard or Mallard or how it is. I think it's Millard, though. I apologize for that. What camera did you end up getting? I didn't get one. She got a new camera. She got a Canon 5D Mark III?
Mark III, yeah.
Mark III, yeah. And she was using her 7DD, which is conveniently was the camera that I wanted to get. And so I'm just using hers until I get my own, which will probably be a Sony AS7 II. Or A7S II. But it's going to be what? Because it's an expensive camera. It's not the magical solution to all the... Well, it is the magical solution to all the problems I was having with the Nikon, but it's got its own challenges that have come with it. And I'm planning to make a video on this camera versus the Nikon, especially for vlogging and video. I'm not even going to probably talk about photos at all. I might say that the 70D does take a little better pictures. Definitely has a little better picture quality. A little more dynamic range for sure. And sharper. and just more detail in general. But anyway, yeah, so 70D, I love it. I love it. There are a couple things I don't love about it, but overall, I love it. It's so nice to be able to use this thing. JMac1609. Hey, man, love the channel and your aura. Thanks, man. Question about your isolator relay. I saw that you used the 200 amp Stinger isolator. How long does it normally take to recharge your battery after it is almost dead? I'm wondering if I should go for the 500 amp draw. Thanks. Okay, so first of all, I got the 200. My alternator puts out 105 amps. That's it. I was planning on getting a 180 to 200 amp alternator later on. My alternator just died, and the 200 amp ones are like $300. It's like, screw it, I'll just get another stock one. Anyway, but your alternator puts out what it puts out. Just because you get a 500 million amp isolator doesn't mean you're going to get 500 million amps. Whatever your alternator puts out is what's going to go to your battery. Now, if your battery isolator is rated lower than your alternator, it's going to blow up. I mean, not like, but it might catch fire or something. I don't know exactly what would happen, but it wouldn't be pretty. So, as long as your alternator is rated higher, or as long as your battery isolator is rated higher than what your alternator puts out, you're good. But you're never going to get more than what your alternator puts out just because you have a bigger isolator. And how long does it take to recharge my battery after it's almost dead? Depends on if I'm idling or if I'm balls to the wall. You know what I mean? It depends on the higher the revs, the more amps the alternator puts out. I would say, realistically, I go drive around for 15-20 minutes, and it's good. With the 93 amp hour battery, I got a 250 amp battery now, so it's probably going to take half an hour, 45 minutes now, which is fine, because I plan on driving every day anyway. Hope that answers that for you. Adventures with Rosie, what is the #1 tip you have for new YouTubers starting out? Do it for you. Do it about something you love. Don't do it to be popular. Don't do it for money. You're not gonna get much money for a long time unless you somehow magically just like blow up and get huge and start getting endorsements right away. Definitely don't do it for money. And stay true to you and be yourself. I made kind of the mistake for a while of trying to cater to my audience more than doing, like, I made videos I wasn't really interested in doing, I was kind of bored with, but I knew either that the information was good or that my audience would love it or that the video would probably get a lot of views and I'd make some money. And it doesn't feel good. It's like, ugh. But then when I go out and make a video I'm really psyched about, and I'm absolutely in love with the way it turns out, and I'm so happy with it. I'm like, yes, look at how far I've come, and look what I can do. This is so cool. Those views actually don't get very many views, but I am so fulfilled, and so I'm just going to start making those every time, except for these Q&As. I'm going to keep doing these until I leave, I think. I might continue them after. It'll take me some convincing. But I think I might stop doing these Q&As again once we take off and hit the road. And then I'm just going to try to make a video every single day that at least I tried really, really hard to make something that I would love to watch and that I loved filming and that I loved editing and that fueled my creativity and just made me really happy to create something that I enjoy, you know? Some of the tour videos, like I just wasn't in the mood. I just wanted to be alone that day, or I thought it was, I don't know. I thought, like, man, how many of these tour videos can I make, you know? And then I get a good opportunity to make one. I'm like, I've got to make one, man. People are going to love this, you know, and stuff like that. It just wasn't totally true. I didn't feel like it was totally true to me. So I guess be true to yourself. Yeah, I'll end with that. I'm kind of rambling. Next question is from Patrick Kowar. Is that Kowar? Quar?
Quar.
Yes. It's like Beavis and Butthead. What age did you start what? How long did it take you to build your YouTube community? I don't even know. I haven't been keeping track of time for the last amount of time. I don't know if I said an amount of time, I guess that would mean I'm keeping track. I don't know. I think it's been like a year and a half or so. I don't know. Year and a half or so. I mean, I did a few motorcycle videos back when I was on the bike. Those are my first videos, but I don't think I ended up getting like 3 subscribers from that or something, maybe at the most. I think I lost all of them at one point because I just wasn't making videos for so long, you know. I don't know. growing kind of fast, not super fast, but kind of fast. I don't know if I'd want to have like 200,000 subs right now, or 100,000 subs, or even 50. I don't know if I'm ready for that responsibility. One of the things that really bothers me about bigger channels, especially vlogging ones, is they don't make the world a better place in any way. It's like they're just making these crap videos that don't mean anything, or just add like negativity into the world, or give out false ideas. And sometimes I'll say something on camera and I'll watch the video later. I'll be like, oh man, that's a bad idea. You know, I don't know. On one hand, it's like, it's not my responsibility how people interpret what I'm doing. But on the other hand, like, I can see how I'm in a place where I'm able to influence not everybody who watches my videos, but some people are very influenced by what I say and what I do, and I feel like it's a big responsibility. It kind of freaks me out a little bit, and I'm still kind of figuring out who I am and what I want this channel to be and everything. And the bigger it gets, the more I'm locked into whatever I'm doing. You know, like the van dwelling thing. Like, how many videos can I make talking about a certain aspect of, you know, living in a van? You know, it's a finite thing. There's only so many things I can say, and if I pigeonhole myself into that, you know, it's like, what else can I do? I just have to stop doing it, you know, and do something else. So it's kind of a scary thing. It's a stressful thing, to be honest with you. But stress builds character. So, wow, how did I get on that ramp? Landon Ashby, Jed, you appear to have amazing success with your beautiful mail order bride. Would you please share a link with the rest of us? Absolutely. I'll drop one in
description box.
In the description box. Sheila M. By the way, I got these new t-shirts in today. V-neck black. It's like heather black. It's not black. It's got like little dots. And my logo. These are on my website now. Just specify what size you want, please. I haven't figured out how to add sizes to it yet. So either put it in the notes on the PayPal thing or in the order. Just please. I have women's sizes as well. Sheila M., if you could have your van magically appear anywhere in the world, where would you end up at? God, I love that. My first thing that comes to my mind is anywhere but here. I'm tired of being here, man. I want to get on the road and go. You want to be nice, somewhere real sunny. Somewhere real sunny, because we haven't seen sun here for a while.
Yeah.
Like, I've been drinking my cod liver oil, and that vitamin D, every time I drink it, I'm like, vitamin D. Man, somewhere sunny, what do you think? Like SoCal or something?
That'd be a good place to start.
Yeah, Southern California.
Yeah.
Yeah. In-N-Out Burger parking lot. Woo! Leslie Fisher, thank you for that comment. I like that one. I like comments that take me somewhere and take me on a journey. I like that. Palm trees, iguanas.
Yeah.
Key West if it wasn't so humid. Leslie Fisher, how and when did you meet the sweet girl who seems to be able to handle it all with you? Handle it all with you. You could mean a lot of things by that. She found me. She watched some of my videos, and you want to tell him?
Yeah, I watched some of his videos. I was actually in the process of trying to buy and build my own van and start van dwelling in the summer. So once I learned that he was coming back to Portland, I sent him a message and asked him if I can pick his brain and just ask a few questions that I wasn't able to answer on my own. And yeah.
Super hot. Nobody commented about that last week when I was staring at it. I was like, super hot. I thought it was we laughed for like an hour, probably like over like time, like probably an hour and a half's worth of laughing over that. We thought it was funny. Mark Peacock, hey Jed, what do you say to the people who think you try too hard and that you're being fake in your videos? I don't say anything, man. One thing, see, before I started making these YouTube videos, I had this like people-pleasing mentality, this like feeling that like, I don't know, this like I wasn't allowed to confront people, and I wasn't allowed, I don't know, it's like this just people-pleasing thing, man. And this channel has made me grow out of that so well, because I soon realized that no matter what I do, somebody is going to bitch about it. Somebody is going to say, oh, but you should have done this. Like, no matter what. And building my immunity to that of just the constant judgment and the constant, like, you should do this differently, and this is how you should live your life, and this is who you should be. You should be more like Adventure Van Man. You know, it's like, all right, I'm just living my life, dude. I'm just doing what I want to do and trying to share it with people. If they like it, awesome. So cool. If they don't, too bad. So, next question. Verker. Is that Verker?
Verker? I don't know.
I don't know. Are you bringing your lady to help you scare people in Salem this season? I'm not sure yet. Adventures with Nomi. What's up? He says hi, Evie.
Oh, hi.
How are she? Uh-oh. I can see your avatar. Oh, dude, my memory. I'm sorry. I'm bad right now at this. Jed, how hard are holes to fill in your floor after the seats are removed in the back? I don't know, because this one had little things like put into the floor, and then like another thing, a bar. So there were no holes when I took the seats out of this one. You've been looking for passenger vans and shuttle buses, trying to figure out how to best fill in the holes in this route. I don't have a good answer for that. My solution would be to come up with something that works, that's cheap. There's all kinds of things you could do. My way is not the professional way, so I think you should ask somebody else. You should ask like a auto body shop or something like that. Somebody who's good and professional, man. I could tell you what I do have one hole in here that I filled, and I used what do you call those? A rubber like grommet thing, and I used just sealant and sealed it in, and that was it. Oh my god. Kabuki Wookie. Kabuki Wookie. Kabuki Wookie. I have a question. How's the lady taking van dwelling? She digging it? Parts she doesn't think much of. How's going to up in the Astro van? Feel cramped? You want to go first?
You can go first.
I can go first? Okay, I'll go first. Okay, so the van, even with this bed like elevated like it is, I don't feel cramped at all. What we do in the van is we cuddle and do other things and watch movies and chill out, and we don't really need like a giant room to do that. We need like just a bed, and the bed's a good size. We have plenty of space. We've been living in here for like a month now. We pretty much met each other, and we've been hanging out ever since we've been together, except for when she had to go to work and do other stuff, errands and stuff. We haven't had a single problem with the space. There's plenty of space. We have enough room for storage and stuff. We've already got all our stuff in here. Like, we're set, dude, on the Astro. Is there any part you don't like about van dwelling?
No, I mean, I like it all. I've been planning to do it anyways on my own. So this is just kind of sped things up a little bit. The Astro itself is just big enough for everything I need and you need.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I think it's good.
We just pretty much sleep here, cuddle, relax, and then everything else we do outside anyway, so yeah.
Yeah. It would be nice to have one of those Class Bs, though, because I could have an electric guitar and an amp and
Bikes.
I thought somebody asked me about electric guitar in the last one. If you asked about the electric guitar in the last one, then the answer is yes, you can have an amp, but instead of getting an amp, you should get really good headphones and a USB interface. You get some amp simulators. I've got Guitar Rig. I think I had to pay for it, but there are some free amp simulators, but the paid ones are much better. And it sounds amazing. And I've got like every amp made. You can switch the cabs, you can switch the speakers, you can switch the mic placement, everything. It's got like every effect you could possibly imagine. And you can wear headphones, so you can jam with headphones, and it's not a tube amp. I mean, it's not a Marshall, on a 412 stack or anything, but it sounds amazing, and it's way cheaper, and it's not going to suck your power nearly as bad. You'll just have to keep your laptop charged, So, yeah, that's the answer to that. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time, and love yourself. Woo, woo, woo.
I got it.
You got this? You get this, though. It's going at the end of the video. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I'll flip the roof in a little bit. What's those goddamn fries, man? I'm telling you. It was those fries. Oh, here's kombucha will definitely help. A little fermented food. Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to my Thursday Q&A. I just had a huge swig of kombucha. I love this stuff. So last week I said